Hey wrestling fans, I'm Mike Bomani, joined as always by my co-host Louis Carrillo, and we are the Wrestling Smarks. This week, joined by our special guest, Jonah Weinman. What a middle of the road Monday Night Raw we were entertained to this week. Starts off with Cena coming to the ring. What do you guys feel about your boy John Cena?
I like the promo. I think his promo was great this week. One of the best Cena promos we've had in a while. Especially, him kicking off, being upset that he's got to face a mercenary like Brock.
Oh man! Then Paul Heyman comes out saying Lesnar will conquer. He says Cena is there because he enjoys the crowd and the interaction and just enjoys being part of the whole thing. And Lesnar's there to only conquer things, and he's gonna conquer Cena. So, what do you think about this?
I liked it. Really liked the back and forth between Paul Heyman and John Cena. It just shows that John Cena is really passionate. Paul Heyman just brilliant on the mic. Probably one of the best right
Paul
now.
Heyman is the best right now.
The person that could rival with him is probably just Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, and that's right. And Bray Wyatt's really good.
Bray
too.
Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
I gotta say Paul Heyman's the best one.
Yeah,
Heyman, he comes out just saying "ladies and gentlemen," and the crowd's already into him already. As soon as he says "ladies and gentlemen," you hear the crowd like.
Yep. They already know. Now, the former Paul Heyman guy, for no reason, Cesaro came out and he cut a little promo.
Which wasn't bad. It was a decent promo. I like how he ripped into Cena for his non-wrestling skills.
And his non-wrestling
gear
attire.
Where did he get those clothes from?
Kmart. Kmart's finest sneakers.
Yeah. So we get an impromptu John Cena versus Cesaro. I'm going to throw it Antonio Cesaro. It was a hell of a match. We got to see, I liked right off the bat, the old school test of strength. You do not see that too often anymore. Two guys showing off their muscle. Vince McMahon loves that. Just when biceps and chests are just flexing, and Vince,
That's why he did the WBF.
Yeah, I could almost hear him in the background. I was like, oh yeah,
his WBF.
Yeah, squeeze him.
When he had the WBF, that was just like
Oh
a
my
major
God.
jerk fest for Vince McMahon.
WBF, look it up. I'm sorry, Gary Stridham. Gary Stridham.
Yeah.
Wow. Vince.
Vince loves big guy with
He
muscles.
likes big, bulked up, veiny men. What did you guys think of this match?
The match was great. I thought it was a good match. It was one of Cena's best matches he has. Like I said before, whenever he has somebody that he can actually go in there and work with, he has decent matches.
I was actually talking to Jonah last night about this. That Cena, I mean, he's not the worst wrestler or anything ever. He does the same. Like if he has to lead the match, it's gonna fucking suck. If he's the guy that because you already know what's gonna happen. But when he gets a wrestler that is really good and is the one that's doing the leading, he will put up. He can hold his end of the match. There's no denying that. So
it's like having a good dance partner.
Yeah.
You don't have a good dance partner.
Cena can't lead. Cena's the woman and the dance partner.
Yeah.
And he's
basically,
Against people like Chris Jericho, Tony Cesaro, Danny Bryan.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But
put him in the ring with Roman Reigns. It's gonna be a terrible match.
How about Cesaro catching Cena and doing the fucking the Cesaro swing?
Yeah, he finally nailed the swing. It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen the swing.
Shit, it's been over a month. He's
wow.
For whatever reason, he was so over. Without even just naturally, this is what sucks about WWE right now. Sometimes is people get over with no help from WWE, just organically actually get over, and then WWE will do whatever they can to squash that.
Well, they wanted Cesaro to be a heel.
Yeah, but the fans,
the crowd's cheering hard on this every time he does a swing. So in order for him to draw heat. They want him to.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is
have everybody think
they
he's gonna
wanted
do it
him
and
to
not
be
do
a
it.
heel.
That's
They
what
wanted years ago. They wanted
Mhm.
Stone Cold Steve Austin to be a heel.
Mhm.
Now I think that if what happened with Stone Cold happened now, it never would have happened. Like they would not have. Even though the next week all is Austin 316, they would have just had him still trying to get his heel heat.
Oh yeah, when he was a bad guy, he started the what chant and forget about it. They had to turn him face again after that with the
Yeah,
what chant. What?
Well, I think eventually Antonio Cesaro will turn face.
I hope so. You gotta
like
hope
Vince
so.
will be like, all right, we just can't do this anymore. He's got to turn face.
He's too vascular. Turn him face.
I mean, there's some things that they will do and some things they won't. They won't turn
Yeah.
John Cena heel, but they will turn Antonio Cesaro
Did
face.
you see Cena's tweet last week?
What was his
He
tweet?
had a tweet saying, think life probably would have been better if he turned heel.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had
I
a
remember that
tweet.
yeah.
It was a couple of days ago. I want to say Wednesday or Thursday of last week that he tweeted. He said life would have been better if he would have turned heel. Look it up. He tweeted
Do you
that.
follow John Cena on Twitter?
Yeah, why not? I follow almost every wrestler on Twitter.
Just leave it at that.
No comment.
Well, it's also on wrestling websites too. I mean, if you look at,
No, I'm just busting your chops.
yeah. Damn it! So what? I'm not the one that gets tucked in at night. All right, I tuck myself in. Yeah, Paul Heyman, last week said, you have fans that get tucked in, and then fans that don't get tucked in. I don't get tucked in, but I still watch.
Like
Sure, I forgot
I still,
yeah, you still tuck yourself in.
I tuck myself in.
Does Derek give you a kiss goodnight?
No. All right, back to wrestling here, guys.
We already derailed. No, fuck it. We're not even talking wrestling this week. We're just talking about grown men kissing each other. All right, back to wrestling. All right, that was short-lived. So
Cena wins the match.
Cena does win the match. It was a hell of a match, minus his Hurricane Rana that he tried doing.
But he did pull off a really good powerbomb. I mean, I think he should add that to his five moves of doom.
Five moves of doom.
Yeah, 5 moves.
It was good. He did from the Bret Hart turnbuckle. He did an FU or an attitude adjustment. Which is the middle rope. Guys, Bret Hart did everything. Bret Hart never went on the top of the turnbuckle. He
Very
went on
right.
the middle turn. That's why it's the Bret Hart turnbuckle.
And every time he did go on the top rope, he got caught by someone.
Yeah, he never.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like Ric Flair. Every
Yeah.
time Ric Flair would go
He
on
would
that,
go on the top rope,
he'd
he'd get caught and thrown off.
It's basically like, here, just take advantage of it.
Woo! All right. So after this, my baby Paige and her beautiful self comes out, cutting a promo saying that she was wrong and that her and AJ should still be friends and that she really feels bad about what happened. And then AJ comes out and being the bitch she is, she will not accept a heartfelt apology. And
She beat her ass last week.
Yeah.
she deserved it.
No.
And Paige tells AJ that if she doesn't believe her apology, that maybe she's crazy.
You do not call AJ crazy.
Oh yeah, because only a crazy person would give you that crazy look. Like, are you calling me crazy? Which she did.
AJ is not crazy.
I'm just fucking around. No, but
Well, I
it
mean,
was
she's crazy sexy, but
It's crazy.
I'm
Sexy.
taking Paige over AJ all the
AJ
time.
AJ
all the
over here.
time. Good.
that's a hard decision right there.
Not for me. Easy.
I know not for you and not for you, man, but it's a hard decision.
Love me some Miss Brooks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this guy.
Come on, man. You guys are
I got you, man. Because
She's
we're
married
in
to
character.
CM Punk.
We're kayfabing here, and you're.
How about
just-
Miss Punk? Better? Mrs. Punk.
Excuse me. I was just about to say it's Mrs.
Mrs. Punk.
AJ Punk.
AJ Punk.
There you go. AJ Punk.
She's no longer known as AJ
She
Lee.
should be AJ Punk.
AJ Lee Punk.
AJ Lee Punk. So yeah, little segment. They're gonna have a match at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Should be awesome. Any thoughts besides how beautiful they are?
They're doing. I like their way they're
Building it up.
building up their stuff. I think they're gonna have a good.
What do you think,
match.
Jonah?
I feel like they could have that feud that Lita and Trish Stratus have had in the past. I feel like those are two women that could do that.
Mhm.
Could bring the division back to watching.
Yeah. All it takes is one bra and panties match. No. I'm just playing. They can actually have. The good thing is, these two can actually have a really badass match.
They don't need.
I would watch every every time. I would watch 3 hours of matches of AJ versus Paige over fucking, even if it was only one match of Cena and Roman Reigns, let alone 3 hours. Like every time I would just take the Paige. I would know they'd have a better match every single time.
Plus, they look better.
Yeah, and I'm just saying on a technical wrestling standpoint that they are gonna put on a much better match.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll move on. There's a Triple H Steph promo about her being arrested.
The crowd starts a jailbird chant.
Yes, they do. And then we're kind of skipping ahead, but Y2J comes out and gets the old fucking cops, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come
for you?
Yeah, so pretty good promo. It was pretty funny. What do you guys think about this?
I thought it was hilarious. I love the interaction between Jericho and Stephanie and Triple H.
Did you expect Jericho to come out like
No.
that,
No.
right?
I did not.
No, I didn't expect Jericho to come out at all. I mean, I loved that they brought it a little back old school, dirty,
Yes,
brutal,
yeah,
bottom feed.
We remember that Jericho used to lay into Stephanie.
Every other week he would lay into Stephanie about her being a dirty, brutal, bottom feeding trash bag.
Remember when she got the boob job and he's
yeah,
like, what?
dude.
Something's different about you, and he's got the old picture of her.
He put it on the Titan
Yeah.
of her before and after. Hilarious.
Classics.
Oh man.
Or when he had a beef with Rhino and Rhino was with Stephanie. He's like, it's the man beast and the hose beast.
Yeah. All right.
WWE, where'd you go wrong?
They set up, which sets up, Seth Rollins comes out of nowhere and whacks Jericho with the Money in the Bank briefcase, setting up a match for later in the night.
Another dent in the briefcase.
Yep. Now let's step aside from Raw for a moment and let's just go off. We're gonna go off course here because there's been some big things have happened this past week in the pro wrestling. First, some cocksmokers tried to break into former WWE champion Daniel Bryan's house. And luckily, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella drove home, and unlike bitch-ass Kane in the back, Bryan's actually a man, Bryan Danielson. He fucking beat the shit out of, well, I guess one of them ran off, but he
ran and caught the other guy.
He caught the other guy, and basically...
Yeah, but you know what? Triple H would have been like, an A-plus player would have caught both.
Oh, man!
Alright. I can't take credit for that because I read that somewhere and I always thought it was so funny.
That is so good!
But it's so true. I mean, Triple H would actually say that, an A-plus player would have caught both of them.
Oh, my.
Daniel Bryan is a B-plus player since he caught only one.
Oh man, so that happened, and then the shocking news this week is that at this moment, and now obviously you've got till October till anything can happen, but at this moment, TNA will not be getting renewed by Spike, and
is that a shock, really?
It's the proverbial death wish, basically. Yeah. That signifies ECW went out because TNN didn't, cut them off. WCW, which. If only could you imagine how it sucks. You don't want to see wrestling organizations go because without WCW being around, these last 13 years it's just been the wrestling product is
not the best.
When you don't have competition, you don't try as hard. When you've got competition, you try harder because you have someone that's vying for your spot. Like in any sport or anything in life, once you get content, you just phone it in. And I don't know, you gotta hope that, one, because there's hundreds of people that work behind the scenes, and altogether the wrestlers, the whole nine, that they don't go, you want a viable, in a perfect world, TNA wouldn't suck as hard as it does, because, I'm not lying, the shit sucks. But, yeah,
well, the storylines suck.
The
wrestlers are really good wrestlers. You got people like Austin Aries, Bobby Roode that are actually good wrestlers. The Wolves, yeah.
So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this whole shocking news coming along the wrestling wire?
I felt like it was just a matter of time. I remember when they went head-to-head with Raw, and I thought that was a pretty bad mistake. You can't beat Raw. They they would have had a better chance at SmackDown, but they still would have got beat.
It's funny, their ratings when they did that week dropped in half. Their the viewer, that was one of the dumbest things they ever did.
And they had Hulk Hogan, they had Jeff Hardy, they had Sting, all come back on there. They had RVD.
See, now that's a problem right there. Is that those weren't I mean, obviously those are stars, but they had passed their prime. Now, if done properly, what you have to do is you need to build, like, they need to build their own stars and make their stars seem like when you're bringing in the Hulk Hogan's and the Stings and stuff, their stars are better or on the same page, and that's the thing that they did. Like, they would just bring in, you know, these guys and just squash their guys, so that it makes
which they were trying to do toward, you know, now what they had their one guy, Eric Young, who used to be, you know, a Canadian, you know, destroyer and stuff like that back with Team Canada, and now
he looks like, then they try to turn him into Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, now he's he was the champion, and then he lost to Bobby Lashley, who's former WWE superstar as well, who was built from WWE.
And the thing is, I thought Eric Young should have been champion way before. He's been with the company for so long. He's been there from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And him just getting the title now,
it's
kind of like them trying to duplicate what WWE did with Daniel Bryan.
Yes, and they've done that a lot.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, organizations, I think, always take ideas from each other.
Well, you see a lot of storylines, you know, based off of WWE and vice versa. You see WWE do a storyline based off of TNA.
But, all right, I'll say, if WWE ever does that, they do it probably like 100 times better, though.
Well, of course. I mean, depending on who the wrestler does.
Excuse me.
Over here. Now we may see some TNA stars go to WWE or
maybe
Ring of Honor,
even
you know?
global, the GWF.
GWF,
As much
whenever that comes out.
As much as I dislike TNA, though, I really do hope they do find a channel. I would really like to still.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It would just be nice to have an actual another wrestler. Like, we need another fucking billionaire like Ted Turner to start up a wrestling organization and be balls to the walls and give competition, because it would just be, for all wrestling fans, it would be better.
You know what TNA, well, a big problem with TNA, what they did was they would take all of WWE's fired people. You know, like they just, in the past, I think last week or the week before the show, they had Gene Snitsky and Ezekiel Jackson come out in the main event as...
Gene Snitsky?
Yeah.
Gene Snitsky, you know, the foot.
No, I've wondered what happened to my boy.
It wasn't
Snitsky.
my fault.
The Gene Snitsky, the foot-loving baby kick.
I fucking loved Gene Snitsky back in the day because of how hilarious and absurd. That's one of the best moments I've ever seen in wrestling, is him kicking the fucking baby, just punting it into the audience. That moment I could just watch over and over, and it's like the Shockmaster falling through. Like, it's on that same level. It's a different, you know, type of, but just the joy. That's like one of those wrestling moments that you could not get anywhere else on live TV.
I kind of felt bad for Snitsky, though. Like, he got crapped out with some of his gimmicks. Like, the first one was really funny. The second one with the foot fetish was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And then I thought the monster one was actually gonna like do him.
Do you guys remember when him and Val Venus were a tag team for a little bit? How about Val Venus? What is?
Yo, have you seen Val Venus?
I was just gonna. That's what I was gonna bring up. Did you? That man used to be. All right, you talk about, man, like, just feeling bad for, like, that guy was a handsome, muscular man, like, long hair. He was supposed to be a porn star. He had the long, flowing locks, all ripped. Goes bald. And then his muscles, like, got a little flabby. And now he just looks like a fat, out-of-shape dad. Like, no muscle at all. Like, he does not look like... If you were to just put a picture of Val Venus and him now, it'd be like if you just glance, like, who's this fucking guy? And it's ridiculous. It's sad.
It's funny because I saw his debut, Vintage, or however you say it, and he looks so different now.
His vignette?
Vignette.
Vintage?
I felt like Michael Cole was in there. I'm sorry. But yeah,
it's vintage Val Venus!
I never thought those words would be in the same sense.
So that
like
was
vintage Funaki.
Whoa, don't you speak the Funaki's name in vain.
I think it's funny because he was actually he was there for what's his name? That Japanese guy.
Oh, the new guy that came out?
Japanese
Kenta,
guy.
Kenta.
Which is really awesome to see.
Which he's a great wrestler. You see some of his matches from when he was
So
in
WWE
Japan and
is gonna
everything,
put
so
him in probably put him in some stupid
the
gimmick.
next Sin Cara, he'll probably come
Yeah.
out with a mask.
All right, we're gonna steer this ship a little bit back on the Raw for a little bit, and we'll get off course again because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. It's pretty
We
fun.
like to get off course.
There was a 6-man tag match on Raw when we're coming back in, and it was the Usos and Dolph fucking Ziggler, one of the most over wrestlers there is in the company, going against Miz and shitty Ryback. Mostly
Mike
because,
the Miz.
Yeah, and I like the big guy,
Movie star.
Ryback is the best kept secret in the WWE.
The movie star Miz.
The Miz. They need to put his face on. Like, he needs to do that all the time. Like, yeah, they had to.
That's what I was saying.
How awesome was it though? Him like jumping off the ropes, sliding out of the ring. Like, anytime they were getting ready to punch him,
the first like 5-10 minutes of the match, he was wearing sunglasses.
It was like he's awesome as a heel. There's no doubt about it. He is.
He's way better as a heel.
Don't
ever turn him.
Because he's such a dick. He's just a dick in life, and he's
he was a dick. He was a dick on the real world. He's a dick in WWE.
Yeah.
But he gets to be a dick. Because you see who he's married with? Maurice.
Yeah.
That French beauty.
Lucky bastard.
I know, right?
Good for him. Good for him.
Well, this is starting to become a recurring thing. Dolph Ziggler gets the victory. Ziggler with the fucking
The big guy.
what?
Pinned the big guy.
Yeah, he pinned the big guy. I'm having a brain fart on his finishing move right now. The zigzag.
Then we had Big E, Kofi, and Xavier Woods out there
I should have looked at my little notes. Yeah, the new Nation of Domination. the nation. I tried coming up with like a funny name and I had nothing today. Like I was like Nation of Mid Carters. Nation of.
But they didn't do nothing.
Nation of Stagnation, because those are stagnant wrestlers. Yeah, they didn't do shit. They're just sitting there like. They're sitting out there. Xavier Woods is
taking notes.
They're taking notes. I think this will be good for Kofi Kingston.
Xavier is like, he's like, I figured it out now. WWE has had black world champions, like the WCW Big Gold Belt, but they've never had a black WWE champion. And I bet you the note that Xavier Woods was. Must lighten skin to get push in WWE. They don't like people with darker skin complexions for some reason.
None of these three guys will be world champions, but
you never know.
Get them pushed to freaking
you never know.
Tag teams. You know,
Ahmed Johnson was on. Ahmed Johnson couldn't even speak English. And like he was just making noises and was supposed to get pushed to that prominent spot until Ron Simmons was like, fuck that.
Yeah, and busted his appendix.
Yeah, they tried to kill him. And then they were in the Nation of Domination, and then he got kicked out. So yeah, we got the new Nation of Domination, the New Age Domination.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
The New Age Domination.
New Age Domination.
Boop, boop. Terrible. They didn't even attack nobody. I was hoping they'd come in there and just wreck shop.
They just were there. They did
I would have loved to see them wreck shop. Kofi just go and choke the hell out of one of the Usos and just beat the hell out of them. You know, just beat them with
I will give them this.
The guy suspended.
I will give them this. They're way better dressed than they used to be.
Yes, yeah, they dress nice.
Do you think this will lead to a Kofi Kingston heel, though?
He is heel.
Is it?
Yeah, they're heels.
Okay, they are heels.
Yeah, they're heels already.
I didn't really know.
Well, at the moment, they're
in betweeners. They're in betweeners.
They're tweeners.
Yeah, tweeners.
But yeah, you imagine they're going to be heels. I
would imagine.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston needs to be heel. He needs to show his dark side.
So after the New Age Nation of Domination,
they had on Superstars last week. It was
wow, man, we're
Kofi
digging
and
the bottom of the barrel on this one.
Well, I watch all this stuff. Kofi and Big E tag teamed against Titus and Heath Slater, and Kofi was heel.
Why isn't Titus in this group?
I have no clue why.
What the fuck is going? Oh my god!
Titus would be great with these guys.
Yes.
All four of these guys, and then let them just wreck shop.
I think Titus does need to be with them. I think they need one more guy. I mean, I think Titus O'Neil would be the perfect.
Titus is it.
Maybe Heath Slater. He could be the Owen Hart of there.
I'm not a nugget. Oh my god! Do you remember that promo years? We're getting off again. Remember when the Nation, they're like, Ron Simmons, Farouk, he's like, I'm coming back. Like, they kick the Rock out. And he's like, or I don't know, or he kicked out mid-Johnson. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm coming back with a bigger and blacker Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
Owen Hart and the Rocker. It was like, what the fuck? This is your blacker version, a white guy and a half-breed? Like, woo! Racial epithets. But, yeah, so there's nothing going on with the new Nation of Domination of aged outlaws. We had a moment tonight on Raw.
History
It's
making.
gonna live in. It's a day of infamy.
It's a black hole in WWE.
Like we need
No
a
pun
10
intended.
10-second silence.
It's not long enough, Michael. Oh, it's just amazing. Bo Dallas against our Killings, or on the Truth Killings. I'm gonna chalk this one up to cheating on behalf of Little Jimmy, because Bo Dallas wasn't ready. He was He was getting the crowd. He's running, giving them the thumbs up. He's being an inspiration. He's an inspirational person doing inspirational things, and then Ron Killings just decides that, oh, I'm gonna schoolboy you and get a quick 3 count when the boy's not even ready. How
I
you
think that
gonna
was
do
a fast count.
It was a very fast count. That ref was paid off. I think it was a twin brother of the ref. I think there's a Hebner screw job that happened here. This is bullshit. Bo Dallas loses. This is some bullshit.
Both.
Bullshit. It was unbelievable. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, Bo Dallas is no longer undefeated. How dare you, WWE?
You know what? It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
It doesn't.
It's like Dolph Ziggler's World Championship.
It's like
it doesn't count.
It's like a guy whose first name and last name kind of sounded like Crispin Law. Crispin Law.
Why are you bringing up him?
He's not, because he doesn't exist in WWE, just like this loss doesn't exist in WWE. Moving on, but it was awesome to see Bo Dallas beat the shit out of Ron Killings.
I love how like beforehand, like he's just like he doesn't know what to do. Like he's like kind of like someone's smiling, but he's like, and then at the end he's like he shakes his hand, and like it's just so funny. His facial expression.
Yeah,
the only thing I don't like about him is his finisher. I don't like Bo Dallas.
Yeah, the Bo Dog.
I feel like
he had a better finisher, but because the fucking golden shower child of the WWE, Roman Reigns, uses a spear, Bo Dallas isn't allowed to do a spear anymore.
I mean, it sucks that you can't do something that's good, like
that you did
Roberts had a good DDT. Why can't he just do a good like DDT, double arm DDT like Drew McIntyre?
We'll see what happens, but yeah, the Bo Dog. It is funny though. It's called a Bo Dog.
That's fun.
Next we get the Rad Russian Lana and Rusev coming out and spewing their Russian
hatred towards America.
Yep, towards America.
Talking about a flag.
Yep.
Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin. And then, did you guys notice how big her bun was on her head?
Oh yeah.
Like, it's like that's like a growing joke. Like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That thing. That was pretty funny.
She's adding bun to it.
Real Americans music hits. Huge pop in Texas.
Oh really?
Yeah. We the people.
Jonah, he's
I'm new to this. I'm sorry, guys.
He's Irish.
a ginger. He's a ginger, right?
We don't have any salsa.
Recessive genes. Fucking Zeb Coulter starts doing he's busting out all his We the Peoples. He stumbles over his line, but he's like, America is pickup trucks, pretty girls, and beer. We the people.
We the people.
I mean, he's not lying though.
He's not. No, it was great. And then our boy now, Swagger runs to the ring, and him and Rusev get a little fight. Rusev starts beating him up, goes for a little maneuver, and Swagger rolls him into a little Patriot lock for a second. It's pretty cool. That was pretty good how they did that. And Rusev escapes out. And
I'm calling a flag match at SummerSlam.
Flag match at SummerSlam. There it is. You're probably correct. And that could be Rusev's. No, it's not going to be Rusev's.
Well, I read that if he loses, it's not even going to count. I read online that they're not even gonna count the loss.
Oh, like the Bo Dallas thing. Like,
yeah,
okay.
like the Bo Dallas.
All right.
So I mean,
all right.
like, if Jack Swagger wins,
I'll fucks with it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Special guest referee. I'll allow it. After this.
Well, I don't like that. Why are they not count the match?
They'll have to count the match unless it's a DQ or something. I mean,
I'll show you guys the article later, but yeah, like I read it, I'm like, that's stupid.
Now, the next thing that happened was a certain somebody was dressed a certain way. Damian Sandow came out as an astronaut on Raw in Houston, saying they got a problem.
Classic. Damian Sandow.
Best $2 I ever spent at a Goodwill about 4 years ago. It's broken. It used to have a mask on it.
Sandow.
Pretty hilarious little astronaut mask. Oh, Damian Sandow's here. Sandow comes out saying, Houston, we got a problem. It sucks that they're burying him. And Adam Rose comes out. And yeah, this was a fart of a match. Adam Rose wins. I don't have much to say about this. You guys got anything?
All right, let's go to the next match.
All right. Kane against Roman Reigns. Now, this, when you first hear about this, it's like, oh man, this is gonna fucking suck. Kane comes to the ring, the Demon Kane, my apologies.
Demon Kane.
And then Roman Reigns' greasy hair starts coming down the aisle, and he's about to get there. But then he gets Pearl Harbored, the old Pearl Harbor job.
Legend killer.
Randy Orton. And I was probably about the happiest person there. Was like, as Reigns was getting his ass kicked by Randy Orton, I was just like, yes! Yes! Kick his ass, Randy! I was so happy. And like, Randy Orton beat the shit out of him. It was great.
2 RKOs on the table.
Oh man, the first one. Oh, and that first one had to hurt because table did not give. That.
No, did not.
No, your little bullshit padding won't help you there, Reigns. It was awesome. We didn't have to suffer through a shitty Roman Reigns match, and we got to see Randy Orton kick the shit out of Reigns. If this was a few years ago, Reigns would have been bleeding everywhere with what happened. But it was awesome. I was loving it. Had that table been a Spanish announce table, it would have given on the first RKO.
They had a little segment I think we skipped it where Randy Orton came in with Triple H.
Yeah.
Randy Orton is say he's got a problem with Kane, he's got a problem with Roman Reigns, and now he's got a problem with Triple H.
He's got a lot of problems. He's got a problem.
He's got a problem.
I got a problem with you. I got a problem getting it up.
He's
just gonna start listing off all these.
He's
problems.
got 99 problems, but a WWE champion ain't one.
Reigns got the shit kicked out of him. Hooray! After this, we get our bathroom break of the night when Los Matadores music hits, and it's Diego against Fandango. And it's Diego and the Bull, El Torito, with the Slayers, Summer Rae and Layla. Man, they're just piling it on Fandango, are they not? Like
they're taking a crap on Fandango. Fandango, sorry.
Breathe the A's, Jonah.
Breathe them.
and they're crapping like straight up on Damian Sandow, and I don't understand why. It's not like they're pieces of crap, backstage. And we don't read anything about them being crappy people.
Yeah, I think Fandango was huge after WrestleMania 29 when they had the whole crowd, doing the Fandango thing.
Yeah.
And then after that, there was, after a couple of months, it died down. I mean, you still get people, doing it, but it's not the same like it was after WrestleMania. And it's
definitely lost its steam.
It's lost its steam, and he's unfortunately down as a jobber again.
Kind of like the Zack Ryder movement, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Diego gets a victory, a hard fart victory, and that you know what, we need to. I think that needs to be something we add to this is our weekly hard fart victory. Just a shitty victory for somebody. That was one.
That'd be funny,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. There's not much. I don't think we need to go on this. Now afterwards though, just when they got you down like but they bring it back with our boys Stardust and Goldust on the TV. Oh man. Talking about the bizarre cosmic key. They have it. They're looking for it, and Goldust lets them know there's a huge chalkboard that Dean Douglas had put together, little theorems and formulas, and I love it that they're basically talking about the tag titles.
Yeah.
So
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
It's amazing.
They haven't really wrestled though.
It's been a couple of weeks, yeah.
Not really, but I mean,
they're gonna get the titles based on promos alone. They're not even gonna have to wrestle the match. The Usos are just gonna hand over the titles.
that's true.
What is saying was SummerSlam a 4-way match?
Yeah, I would say Usos.
Usos, Wyatt's, Rybacksel,
Yeah.
and Stardust and Goldust.
The bizarre ones.
The bizarre ones.
Brothers Bizarre.
How was
The Bizarre Bros.
The Bizarre Bros. This guy.
So terrible. Hamza?
Hamza.
Or maybe no Rybacksel and
Ooh, baby.
Kofi and Big E in there.
You're making me crazy.
Making me crazy.
We've gone into karaoke night.
Hamza. Hamza. We saying, sorry, we got caught up in this. What about Rybacksel and?
Oh. Oh yeah, we're here to talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
Maybe no Rybacksel and they put Kofi and Big E in the 4-way. No?
I don't think they should. No, because then I mean, what would be the point?
What if the Black Trio, the New Age Nation,
the Nan,
get some serious heat, beat up John Cena? It's not gonna happen, but that would be some serious heat.
That would be.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
I mean, Lesnar doesn't need it. No, Lesnar doesn't need it.
No, Lesnar. He can do it himself.
We've seen groups beat up John Cena before, and like the Nexus,
Cena won't put him over. Fights. There's a very good interview with Edge and Chris. I think it's Edge and Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Talking about how they were telling Cena that the Nexus needs to go over, and Cena's like, I don't know.
Wasn't it Edge, Jericho, and Paul Heyman?
I don't know Paul Heyman.
Well, I know. I just know the Edge and Jericho did the They were on a podcast together and they went over it, just how they were like, you need to fucking let these guys go over, and Cena just nope, I'm gonna do this stupid victory, and just
And where did it turn out? Oh, crappy.
Like Zack Ryder getting pushed off fucking Raw stage on a wheelchair.
John Cena, geez.
Yeah.
Destroy a kid's push.
All right, so we get Divas. Natty Neidhart and Naomi versus Cameron and Alicia Fox. The only thing I gotta say is what a fucking submission that was that Naomi put on Cameron to win. I don't know, anything that struck out in this match to you guys?
The only thing is Alicia Fox still looking stunningly good.
Do you miss her not going crazy after matches?
Yeah.
I miss her.
I kind of do. I liked her going crazy after.
Yeah, it was a cool little thing. Like she would just flip out and go psycho. Now she just has a piece of shit human as her partner now in Cameron.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Cameron bribed her.
Maybe she just lost a bet or something. She's like, well, here's your partner. He lost the bet.
All right, so after this we get the Y2J Seth Rollins match, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's match of the night.
I got it into contention. Yeah, I guess I actually was gonna say maybe Cena Cesaro.
Those are two really good matches.
It's two good matches, yeah.
Yeah, the only reason this one was a schmoz, because it's a hell of a match. The fucking code breaker that Y2J pulled off, amazing.
Yeah.
And then the lights go out. Wyatt's are in the ring. Seth Rollins, who the fuck knows where he went? He was gone.
He is out.
Gone. He gone.
Out too.
Yep.
And the lights come out.
Lights
turn off.
Lights do lights.
Lights.
Words.
I would leave too.
Words.
Words. Out now, brown
taint,
cow.
the grundle, the fleshy fun bridge.
Out now, brown cow.
The fleshy fun bridge is probably the greatest name in the world.
So this is just furthering the Jericho Wyatt family Bray Wyatt match at SummerSlam. I'm gonna say this: Bray Wyatt's gonna go over at SummerSlam.
He's got it.
I'm sorry about that. I'm fucking yawning.
Every time we say Bray Wyatt's gonna win at a pay-per-view, he loses.
Well, I mean, he's lost. He's lost. He's lost what? He's lost 4 straight pay-per-views. I mean,
has he really?
Yeah, he's lost Money in the Bank. He lost Jericho. He lost to Cena. He lost to Cena.
He won the one before that.
Oh, he did win. Yeah. So I'm sorry.
Fuck off.
Extreme Rules. He beat.
He's gonna win. He's gonna win SummerSlam. I guarantee SummerSlam he goes over. He gets the victory over Y2J somehow, some way. Yay.
Whoopee!
So this leads into the final segment of Raw, which was Stephanie coming to the ring and asking to speak to Brie Bella and
talking about the trauma of being arrested.
Yep.
Their kids can't have other kids come over because the family won't let them come over. It's so sad.
I will say, isn't it weird that they have her get arrested right around the same time Anna got arrested? Is that a coincidence? Or
well, it was a few weeks after. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, I still think it's a coincidence. They just
I think it is probably a coincidence. You're correct.
I hate Vince McMahon's humor.
No, you just said it's you just said you think it's a coincidence.
Yes.
So then why are you saying you hate Vince McMahon's humor? Because that's not a coincidence if he did it on purpose. A coincidence is that it just happened without. Woo, man! Jonah Lineman, ladies and gentlemen. If only I had the soundbite of Andre the Giant from The Princess Bride. I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Nah, I'm on my game with that. Triple H would have been B+.
Coincidence. What's that? He did a vintage
Vintage.
Oh man! All right, so
touch of Val Venus when he meant vignette.
Stephanie is acting like she's asking Brie Bella what she can do to get her to drop the charges. Brie wants a raise for Nikki.
For Nikki.
Yes. Her job back, but that's not enough.
No.
She wants to go ass to mouth with Stephanie. No, she wants a match at SummerSlam.
A one-on-one match at SummerSlam. Ass to mouth match.
Ass to mouth.
Oh, God, I'd see that.
Stephanie acting. She's like crying, acting like she's crying. Like I haven't wrestled. At SummerSlam, smack! I'm gonna make you my bitch. Like, just cuts in, goes to full McMahon, smacks the shit out of Brie Bella. Brie runs in the ring. Stephanie just manhandles her and beats her up. Odd that this was the final segment of Raw. This I thought would have been better served as the opening segment, maybe.
I like in the middle, make Jericho and Seth Rollins the ending.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a nice little change. Nothing, a little flip around on Raw of having the same thing every week, So,
And the thing is,
I don't mind it too much.
And I'm surprised it didn't feature the world champion.
I am kind of happy.
I'm happy about it, yeah, but
Well, yeah, that's weird. But Cena was, hey man, they're doing it right. It makes sense because everything lines up to him losing the title.
Yeah.
So Cena probably is like, I don't want to be on TV that much.
I would have liked to have seen Triple H pedigree Brie Bella afterwards.
Jesus Christ! Oh yeah, we got Fit Finley back in the ring again.
Fit Finley, Jamie Noble came out to stop this.
And who's the bald guy?
Joey Mercury.
Joey Mercury. Now was that the same guy that was like Triple H's henchman last week when Triple H was like?
Yeah.
I fucking love that guy now. Like he is the perfect new Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe. Like just his bald head and he just looks like a goon. That guy is the definition of a goon. Like
Triple H should have his little studios.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Have,
like
maybe Joey
he needs to
Mercury
be
and,
Triple. It was so great how Triple H, last year was like, I mean, I gotta see my wife. I got a family.
Have Jamie
Noble.
Joey Mercury.
They gotta process her, right? There's paperwork, there's printers.
There's paperwork. It's got plenty of time.
Like, oh man,
if you ever been arrested, it takes a while.
Yeah. Oh man, I love this Triple H. Like and he's a goon. Like you gotta have the goon. Triple H's goons.
I thought Triple H should have pedigreed Brie Bella. That would have made that.
You're just vicious.
He should. Yeah, I mean he's backing up his wife.
Luz Carrillo, all right, yeah, he is on Ray Rice's side on NFL.
That suspension should be lessened. Like Stephen A. Smith says, we can't push him in.
Lewis still wishes the rule of thumb existed. Look up the rule of thumb.
So the crowd, doing the yes
oh my
chant
God, idiots in Houston. Stephanie mockingly's like doing the yes chant, and there they are. yes.
She's the heel, guys. She's not supposed to.
She's doing this as a mock to you, and
you guys are going it with her.
Go with it, yeah.
All right, so
Speaking of yes chants, Daniel Bryan with his surgery.
Did they have?
More than likely, he's gonna have another surgery. He's gonna be gone for a little while.
This sucks.
I wouldn't think, let him get the surgery, let him take some time off, man. Maybe this would be a better thing for him, like a Shawn Michaels type thing. When he had his surgery and he took his time off and rested and came back.
I thought Shawn Michaels lost his smile.
He did lose his smile, but
he lost his smile.
Yeah, it's more. I think the better one would be like the Edge, because Edge left and didn't have too much going on. When he came back, he was over. But Daniel Bryan was at the height of his popularity.
But he can
hopefully it'll still be there.
I think if he comes back, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I think
the reaction when he comes back.
Unless WWE tries to make him a heel for no fucking reason.
No. The yes movement will come back in full force once he
comes back. Don't say no. They tried making him a heel for no fucking reason earlier this year.
Oh, with the Bray Wyatt thing?
That was.
I mean, I didn't think he was a stay heel.
No, the plan was, but because but that just shows why they even visited that made no sense.
He's kind of like Stone Cold when you think about it. Like no one can boo Stone Cold. Everyone just cheered. What? Yeah.
What?
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 Huh? What?
Huh?
What?
What?
Huh? What? All right, so let's get. I guess let's go into some of our little. We had the hard fart victory of the night. Who's your wrestler of the night? Let's let Jonah, the guest. Jonah, who's your wrestler of the night? Who was your best wrestler?
I'd probably say Antonio Cesaro, because he spoke up. He never really has spoken up for himself. He's always had Zeb Coulter, Paul Heyman, and he's never really spoken for himself. This was actually his chance, and he did put on a good showing, even though he lost. He put on a real good showing.
He was awesome.
He was really awesome, and hopefully they do something with him in the near future. Don't do anything with Reigns. Please do something with Antonio Cesaro.
Oh man. Who's yours?
Jericho.
Y2J.
I like Jericho coming out in the thing and a little back talk he had with Stephanie and Triple H today. I love that little old school feeling of, him making fun of Stephanie. And then he had a great match with Seth Rollins. So I would go Jericho.
And I'm going to have to go with Cesaro as well. Cesaro is one of my personal favorites.
Always the odd man out.
Huh?
Always the odd man out.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we're white, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Italian, so I'm actually in skin tone.
I'm dark.
Closer to Lewis than I am. What if that becomes the fucking Big E and then they just steal other they're like the nation of the Shield, they do the Shield stuff and they just start doing all other throwing 4 Horsemen signs and
or sockets.
Yeah, just everything.
Just steal every sign.
Everything.
NWO.
There was really no sign of it. I didn't really see that the Texas crowd didn't have any signs that stuck
No
out.
good signs. They had a Triple H Sugar Daddy sign, which was
They had a Swift.
Did they?
Swift.
They did have a Swift
Swift.
sign.
SAWFT.
Swift.
If you guys don't watch NXT, you are missing out on one of the best things there is.
Oh yeah.
My boy Big Cass.
And,
I
Yeah,
thought one of
it's
you
good.
guys. I tried.
like
No one. All right, no one as Enzo Amari. I thought I was. Yeah. Okay.
I can't.
Oh,
This partner, Enzo Amari.
Enzo
Enzo
Amari.
is amazing on the
Yeah, he is.
I
microphone.
can't
Yeah,
really
he
say
is
his
good,
name right, so I didn't even try. I'm
Okay.
not gonna try.
Enzo's good. I like Enzo.
Yes. Because they're stars and they take meteor showers. Yep.
That's probably one of my new favorite sayings now.
They said that. That was he has so many good ones. He's like, my partner's got pipes that blow exhaust in the singing contest. Yeah. Watch some NXT. We're gonna be going live to see NXT on August 23rd. Right here right next to us, the next city over, Fort Pierce, a good 15 minutes away from us for $10, baby.
The Fort.
Woo!
The Penn Center.
Woo. NXT. So yeah, like again, overall, an alright Raw. It led us to talk about many past things, which made this a much more enjoyable episode than Raw was, because it's nice talking about some old wrestling. I think we should not like weekly or anything, but I think we need to revisit some old pay-per-view or something, and maybe stream it live or something, and just do our own like commentary over what the fuck is going on as we're watching it.
You know I'm down.
Yeah, right. Like
No,
I'm pretty sure I could make this happen where we put like a camera, maybe have it in a way that I don't know that you could see. I don't even know if you can see the TV or just.
Can you guys see what the TV over there?
No, I don't have it angled, but I could make some shit happen. We're gonna figure some stuff out.
Woo!
Woo! So I mean, pretty much. Do you have any last thoughts about Raw this week in wrestling? What's up, Jonah? Give us to us.
Any thoughts?
Not really. I mean,
You want to cut a vintage?
This is gonna be the new thing now.
I'm
alright with it.
Yet.
I'm alright with this new vintage thing. Not really. Like Raw was alright. You know, it wasn't as good as last week's show.
No.
Obviously, last week's show was top notch.
I mean, last week's show had the greatest sign ever. Smarks sign, baby. Thanks again to Omar and Keith busting that out. That was pretty rad. Moose, you got any lasting thoughts on this week?
No, I'm good.
All right,
I'm ready to go.
Going forward, we got Cena and Lesnar. I mean, SummerSlam. It's SummerSlam, man. Y2J, Bray, Wyatt. There's some Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, right? There's some big matches coming.
Yeah, which Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose probably be on some kind of match with Falls Count Anywhere, no DQ maybe, and then I heard they're gonna do something with Paige and AJ.
Yeah, of course.
Like a no DQ maybe type match with them.
So
what about a Paige and AJ Lee ladder match? Like the first ever.
That would be fucking bonkers.
I feel like those two
No, they
could actually pull it off.
They could pull it off.
They can. I think so too.
That would be awesome.
On that beautiful note, we are the Wrestling Smarks. Thank you again for watching, and until next week, bye-bye.